Hello and welcome. My name is Eva, master's level professional in the field of psychology, author, and international book coach. And I am here to give you 5 professional tips of how you can write an amazing autobiography. So let's get started. Number 1, the thing that I tell all of my clients is that you must convey emotion. So in order to connect with your readers, they are going to want to know how you felt, what you thought, and any type of behavior that happened as a result of the stories you are telling in your autobiography. So I like to liken this emotional component like a good stew or a good hearty meal. It should really stick to you when you're done with it, right? That's how you know when it's good and savory, when it sticks to your mind and to your heart. My number 2 tip for writing an autobiography is to make sure you are continuing to set the scene throughout your book. Now, an autobiography covers your lifespan. So in the beginning stages are certainly going to look a lot different from the middle and the end. School changes, friends change, neighborhoods change. You might even move cross country or overseas. So you're going to want to continuously discuss the people who are exiting your life, the events that are occurring through these stages, and the place or the setting where these things are occurring. So definitely don't take it for granted that your audience knows what you're talking about. So you definitely want to make sure you keep them updated, and it's going to help the story help them follow along with your story. My number 3 tip is show, don't tell. So any book coach who is worth their salt is going to tell you not to be boring. That means you have to be descriptive in your speech. So for example, you could certainly say something like, I felt sad that day. Things weren't going my way. Of course, your reader is going to understand what that means, but you're also going to put them to sleep. No, don't be boring. Use colorful language. So, for example, you could say something like, I was down on my luck and my funds were especially tight. There was no one or nothing to help bring me out of the depths of my despair, for I was drowning. Just when I thought I was hardest hit, I discovered that my emergency stash of cash that I kept in my top drawer was missing. The only person who could have taken it was my best friend. Or former best friend, that is. Now, do you see the difference between the picture that I've painted for you and the plain old boring sentence of I felt sad? All right. So you want to make sure you discuss details. How did you feel? What was going on? And what might the reader experience if it happened to them? Right. So you have to paint a picture for your reader. Number 4, use photos if you can. This is going to help your reader connect with you even more. And we especially like to see it when an author uses those photos from early on. So if you have pictures of your childhood, pictures of you in elementary or middle school or high school, these work excellent, right? And they definitely help break the story up. You can put them within your text or at the end, but definitely people love to see some good photos, black and whites. They want to see photos of your family, your friends, your neighborhood. All right, so if you have those, make sure to include them. My number 5 tip is all about using names. This is a question that I get, or a topic that is covered with each one of my clients that I'm helping to develop their autobiography. So it gets a little tricky. So if you are portraying someone in a positive light, chances are they won't have any issue with you using their name. However, However, if you are telling a story and a person is not in a not so good light, or you might have had negative experiences with, you might want to consider changing names, because they can come after you legally. And of course, you don't want anything to slow, halt, or change the production of your book, okay? So just make sure you keep that in mind. Now, also, even if you change a name, but there's still too much identifying information about that person, you also, again, can be held liable. You can be taken to court for these things. So make sure you are careful when you are bringing other people into your story. If you can, simply get permission from that person or all people in your story. All right, and a little bonus tip for you is to make sure you go out and read other people's stories. It's going to give you a spark of inspiration, and it's going to see how you can perhaps piece together your own story. So a few titles from famous people that I might recommend are Me by Katharine Hepburn. There's also The Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela. There's also Kiss and Make Up by Gene Simmons, and Last Words with comedian George Carlin. So there are a few to get you started, and I hope this has helped you. Until next time, be happy and confident speakers and writers, and definitely feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about the autobiography process.